Hey, Taurus, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your September 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Taurus, welcome. I'm hearing you're stronger and wiser than you ever have been. Don't let life harden you. Okay, that's pretty big right away. Okay, that may be why we have cut down showing up subconsciously. Someone may have cut you down in the past in some way, shape, or form. This may be about stopping the patterns, ancestral patterns, the patterns that may keep playing out in relationships. Maybe it's the runner-chaser dynamic here. Now, these are love readings. This can be romantic love, platonic, family, friendships. Take it as it resonates. But I am getting, don't let the world, don't let life harden you. You are stronger because of what you have gone through. Okay, you have the death card here showing up in the past energy. So I do feel like there was an ending. A relationship is over. No second chances. You may have given someone numerous second chances, and that may be the pattern that is coming to an end here. Yeah, 5 of Cups in the past. There is disappointment, but at the same time, there's growth. There's ascension here. Someone may have had a fear of intimacy, Taurus. This could be you, or it could be a person that you were dealing with. If this was a family member, they may have had a lot of wounds. They may have suppressed how they really felt, or they let their conditions get the best of them. And I feel like there's empowerment coming in here with the Emperor. Yep, the Emperor showing up in the near future position. This is standing your ground. All right, what do we have, please? Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, intention. Knights are action takers in tarot, and I feel like with this energy being in reverse, it was very inconsistent, in and out. It's like you kept focusing on what you wanted, but at the same time, it was causing all of your strength, your determination, your self-control to hit that target. But every time, it's like the target moved. Not your intention, Taurus, but the target in itself. So the target could have been a person. It could have been a relationship. And I feel like that energy was wavering. And you yourself, you knew the whole time what you wanted. But there's something here that may have been difficult for someone to bring it together. Okay. Now, in the recent past, we have the Death card. What's dead is dead. Growth and transformation arising from this. No second chances. Some of you may have actually gone through a period of physical loss. Okay, you may have lost a loved one in the physical. Some of you could be widowed. This could be a family member as well. I'm sending you big hugs, Taurus. There is a relationship, though. For the majority of your relationship had come to an end, and you cut this off and said no more second chances, or perhaps in your case, no more, 50th chances, because I do feel like you've given someone time and time again to step up into the relationship or step up into the power. But I feel like they didn't ascend, and you may have, which caused the relationship to take a turn. Okay, I'm getting the name Brianna, or Brianna could be significant here. And I'm getting flags, red flags. Maybe this is red flags of the past. This could be an actual flag that you see. Now you have the coffee cup card showing up in the present energy in the month of September. This is good. Coffee, you know, it smells good. It gives you energy and motivation. It may be a starter. This could be a start of, you know, a new beginning. You may be meeting with someone new, talking to someone new, or the energy is feeling more alive than it has in a while. You may even be savoring the moment. I'm getting also savoring a memory. For those of you that have a loved one in spirit, September could be a big month. It could be an anniversary, or perhaps the colors of, you know, the leaves changing could be significant. You're feeling elevated though, and I feel like there is a friendship or there is a bond that you are integrating into your life. This is beautiful energy with this coffee cup. Some of you could even be meeting over coffee, okay, or tea. I see a coffee shop here. You may even be discussing, you know, how you like your coffee. Maybe this is Starbucks, or excuse me, there's something with mocha or vanilla or caramel. Okay, interesting. Take it as it resonates. I'm also hearing a song. Hold on, little girl. Tell me what he did to you. And as I say that, my throat is activated here. So some of you are speaking up. You may be telling someone about your past. There could be an important conversation. No, I'm not quite sure. I know I've heard the song before. I'm not sure the title or who sings it. If you guys know it, feel free to drop it below. But what's showing up in the near future is we do have ascension, okay? We have ascension because someone was running away from commitment in some way, shape, or form. They were afraid of it. They weren't ready for it. They weren't willing to take responsibility in some way, shape, or form. This is intense, and things may have started to become intense, but I feel like you're telling yourself, I'm ascending and I know my worth, and if anyone or someone can't see that, then I need to move in a new direction. Because you have the Ascension card, which is all about expansion. And I see you feeling elevated here in the month of September. So there is expansion, there is growth. Some of you are preparing for union with the coffee cup. This could be preparing for a brand new energy, which I see that there is potential here to really bring in a lot of abundance, a lot of happiness into your world. There's a new phase, Taurus, that you are entering into. And I feel like this new phase is going to really bring about changes and a big turning point in matters of the heart. You could even be planning a trip where you are taking off in some way, shape, or form. This could be a plane. For some of you, it could be a hot air balloon. But I feel like you've learned a lot about a relationship of the past or letting go. There's a big message here, Taurus, around letting go and coming out stronger and wiser because of what you've gone through. And there's a choice. We always have free will. We always have a choice to let our circumstances, our conditions, and what we've gone through harden us, right? And to shut ourselves off to love, to friendships, to be angry, to be bitter. But I feel like you are rising above all that. And maybe you went through a period of bitterness or resentment or a deep loss. Maybe that was part of your healing process. It could be part of your waking up to your whole of who you are. Yeah, I'm just getting rising above here in some way, shape, or form. For those of you that are currently in a dynamic, I feel like there hasn't been a lot of growth, and it's stayed very stagnant, or it is very stagnant, and there's not a lot of cooperation between you and someone, or you in a family unit. This could be you and siblings. Some of you may have even felt cast aside by your friend group. 3 of Pentacles means someone's not pulling their weight. And maybe that is part of why there was an ending in the past. And if you're single now, you could be focusing on yourself, your business, your finances, your career, your family, your creativity. We do have here cut down. Oh, we have the coffin card. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you've cut someone out, or maybe you felt like you were cut out of the picture or cut out of the story in some way, shape, or form. I do see that there's been a separation, but this separation and this event that took place, or perhaps the situation that took place here, which may have included blocking someone, silent treatment, it was to stop the pattern of maybe even abuse or neglect or abandonment. It's to put it to rest with the coffin here, Taurus. This is new beginnings, liberation, freeing oneself. You're being reborn and you are going through this transition period. Some of you, this was a tragic loss, a tragic ending. But there is a brand new beginning. And what does this beginning look like that perhaps you haven't quite seen yet? But it doesn't mean that it's not there. And as I said, that 11:11 was on the clock. And this is love, right? You have love. This is what you don't see necessarily within the pain or within some sort of ending. But the new beginning has to do with self-love and feeling whole. And how interesting that we have that liberation that may have caused one to feel disassociated with oneself or to feel left out, right? With the Three of Pentacles in reverse. But we have here reborn energy, which is bringing in selflessness. There's a sense of you being humbled here, Taurus. This is unconditional love, self-love, and affection, attraction. This is what this new beginning is entailing and part of. Beautiful. It's a beautiful bittersweet transition. I see that here for you with the cutting down. You're never, ever, ever going to be cut down a notch again. And I feel for some of you, it was difficult because you wanted this energy to grow with you. You wanted to take them with you on this ascension process. But for whatever reason, their soul's contract, their free will choices, their destiny, their fate, whatever it may have been that was outside of your control, right? You realize now that you have to move forward, even if that means that they don't come along with you, okay? Because you know what this new beginning entails, or you may not see it, but you know what you want, right? You know what the green flags are, and how interesting that we have double green here and we have red. So you know what to look out for. If someone's not being a good team player, this can also be third party energy, but it doesn't have to be third party as in another person or cheating. It could be, but this has to do with people choosing their, work ahead of relationship, or someone choosing to chase after, every shiny mercurial thing, but to not give to a relationship. And you're saying, what? That's not a relationship. That, you understand people have goals, and that's okay. This isn't codependence. I feel like it's just being a part of this dynamic, and it feels like you were on the outside of someone's world. It's like they were building their dream, but you didn't feel like you were part of it. Now, what's crossing your path, Taurus, is the Five of Pentacles. I see a lot of fives here, or I should say I see two fives showing up as crossing, and it's two of the most difficult fives. I mean, Five of Swords can be pretty strong as well, but we have the Five of Cups, which is emotions. We have Five of Pentacles, which shows up in our, physical world. You've had to persevere. Even if you've been single for quite some time, a lot of you had to go through the process of dark night of the soul, or enlightenment, or spiritual awakening. And I also feel you've had to persevere. You've had to come out of a situation and you are wiser and stronger. Again, I keep getting that wiser and stronger because of it. I am getting here. There may have been abuse of some sort. I think I said that. Or there may have been some sort of cutting down. You may have received messages that were a hit. And it's like every time someone said this to you, it may have been a physical hit, an emotional hit, it's just a mental hit even, where you finally came out of this, or you are coming out of this and you will thrive. You see that there's a beautiful colored bird. It's all the colors of the rainbow, and it's shining brighter because these circumstances around it, and it's very, very white, very cold. Some of you felt left out in the cold. Someone left you. Some of you are dealing with the grief or the loss of a spouse. Whew. For others of you, this feels so intense at this time, but I feel like you've come to some sort of acceptance, or you've worked on the grieving process, and now you're ready to wake up and remember who the heck you are, Taurus. Below you, you have the healer card of the star. You are a healer. You are someone who understands life and death in a profound way because it's touched you, or it's been a part of your life lessons, is letting go. Maybe it's not in the physical sense of death. It could be for many of you, but the death energy, even though I don't see it showing up here, I feel like you have experienced loss, and that's transformation. But you also have gone through immense healing, and this is saying, I'm not going to give up on my dreams. If anything, this has strengthened my abilities, my spiritual abilities, the ability to love unconditionally, but at the same time, love myself enough where I will not settle, where I will not let the red flags or let someone cut me down a notch, right? And I feel like you have this ability now to maybe even help and heal others, to break the patterns. It reminds me of a movie and a book that that I've read, but I just went and seen. It Ends With Us. Maybe some of you just went and seen that. It's a very powerful depiction on abuse. And I feel like some of you, or grief in a sense, grief and love and loss and tragedy and all of it intertwined, because that's the story of life, right? But you've healed, or you are coming to that place of inspiration once again, and hope and dreams arising within you of love, and taking some loss that you've gone through, some disappointment, and turning it into gain. Okay, turning pain into gain is what I see you doing here with this Five of Cups. Yes, there may have been bitterness, regret, betrayal, emotional loss, maybe even a need to forgive. This can be self-pity. It can be depression. It can be allowing ourselves the space to grieve, but not getting lost in it. As I always say, pain is inevitable. Pain is part of the human experience, but suffering is a choice. We do not have to sit in suffering, but we must go through grief and the pain to let go, right? I feel like letting go and transitioning is one of the most difficult but yet valuable lessons we can obtain here on Earth for our evolution. Now, what's above you? So we see what you've gone through here, and I see that a lot of this is past energy, even if this has occurred 3 years ago. Some of you, there is a significance of the 3 to 5 year mark. Okay, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, or perhaps since I'm getting 2019 energy is showing up here. We have the Magician, Alchemy. Magician is Virgo. It's Gemini Virgo. Now, Virgo season is significant. It is the majority of September. This is the month that you turn that iron into gold. You turn a shitty situation that you've gone through into something profound, Taurus. And if anyone can do it, you can. This is you remembering who you are. This is you remembering that you have everything you need within you to create, to manifest, and to bring about change in your physical reality. Okay, when this shows up, the magician is taking your power and using it for the better, right? It's skill, it's action, it's knowledge, it's wisdom. You have gained it, right? You have gained it. You've gained a star is what I'm getting. You know, when you were in elementary school, you know, when you would, at least this happened for me, you'd get a paper back from maybe a spelling test that you took, and there'd be a scratch and stick sticker or a star sticker, and you were so excited to get the stickers, right? And I feel like there's this energy of a star on your soul. Like you've gained the star, you've completed the lesson and you've aced it. And maybe you studied really, really hard in some way, shape, or form. Or you have really understood, right? With the star, you've understood your role in this alchemical process of life. You've understood, or you now understand the roles that maybe someone needed to play out. For some of you, this is a parent. For some of you, this is healing father wounds. Some of you may have lost a father, or you had a loved one cut you down a notch or 20, you know, as you were evolving. This could be someone that you looked up to. It could be that, you know, you were a child and you were mentored by someone who may have treated you in a way that authority or mentors should not treat others. Okay. Now in the future, we have the Aries energy of Emperor. Some of you are on that Aries cusp. Okay. Aries season could be significant, March or April. But I feel like this is stability. It's bringing more order into your life because we see something is inconsistent. Something is back and forth. Okay. And it's caused you to dip into your strength reservoir, but it's also at times you've succumbed to the weakness. Okay. The desires, maybe the passion. You may have stayed in a situation because of those reasons, because you felt fulfilled, because one box, maybe that box of passion or desire or lust was getting checked off, but the other boxes were not. And yeah, look at, we have now the King of Wands behind it. And the King of Wands is about integrity. The King of Wands is about humility and being humbled. And I feel like there is a situation that maybe you were dealing with, potentially a Leo, Sagittarius even, another fire sign. But I feel for you, this is you bringing more order and stability into your life by feeling empowered, by making choices that empower you, by looking to this ascension energy, right? Learning, expanding. And that was actually, this was a big theme in Aries reading. So for those of you that are Aries cuspers, you have Aries in your chart, or you're dealing with an Aries Taurus, you may want to look up that reading as well. Very powerful. And this card showed up in theirs as well. But you are preparing for union. You're preparing for takeoff in some way, shape, or form. Could even be preparing for a move or entering into a new phase in your life. And I feel like this phase is quite beautiful with the coffee cup card showing up here, meeting and talking. Yeah, I am getting something with someone enjoys a cup of coffee, or maybe someone used to make you coffee in the morning, or, you know, there was a routine of having coffee being made before they went to work. And then there's something with it stopping. It's like someone stopped putting in the effort. Okay. Now, what's going on in your energy? You have the Ace of Pentacles, brand new beginnings, endings, bringing in new beginnings. So you're finally starting to get a taste of the new beginning piece because you don't want to look to the past anymore, right? You don't want to look there. You know what it feels like. And it's not looking away because you're running. At least I hope not with the runner, right? I feel like if you are running from something, there is a message here of sitting in it for a bit. But I feel for those of you who've already done the work, which looks like you have, because I see the magician with the hawk showing up above you. And I feel like you don't want to run. You don't want others to run from you. You want this new beginning. You want to lay some roots down for your future, for your family. This also has to do with family ties, family roots. Some of you, this has to do with an inheritance, maybe due to a death or due to a loss. For others of you, I feel like this is, a gift. It's a new beginning in the material world coming in for you, and you're embracing it and you're ready. You have been ready. If you're in a relationship here, I feel like this is the month where you're laying the groundwork. This could be someone new that you've just met or you're about to meet, but you're laying the groundwork for a potentially very empowering, enriching union, enriching future. Yeah, but it does require you to take a leap, to open yourself up in some way, shape, or form. Okay, yeah, it does require you to take a leap. I'm going to put those back how they were. But the Ace of Pentacles is something that you have wanted for quite some time. You wanted something solid, but all you were receiving was inconsistency, right? It's like you couldn't get it off the ground. And maybe that's what's ascending here, is finally something is taking off here. You finally met someone, or you're about to meet someone that has the potential to go the distance. Yeah, this is really beautiful. For those of you that are in union with someone currently, I feel like it's going to take work. It's going to take action with the magician on both your ends, specifically from a divine masculine, okay? Or it's going to require, action on both your ends to bring some sort of new empowering energy to this relationship for it to take off. It can't be one-sided. And for those of you that are in separation, I feel like there's a brand new beginning, and you may say, what's dead is dead. I can never go back to what was. And sometimes that's the beauty, is you've grown. You will never be the same person, Taurus, that you were maybe in that dynamic or in that energy, because your energy has evolved. Now, what is in the environment? Now, these three cards came out together: environment, hopes and fears, and outcomes. So I have a feeling that this is happening quite quickly for you. You have the Midas touch. And what cards we have? We have the Empress and the Emperor. Oh my goodness, how did I just put that together? We have a divine counterpart. This is a wish fulfillment, indulgence here. And we have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is forward momentum, forward movement. You may be ascending with someone or without, but nonetheless, I feel like this is you, Empress energy, Taurus. This is the outcome, okay? Even though these cards came out together here, I feel like this is you really doing what you need to do to take that leap off the ledge. You are wiser. Look at that. I keep saying that throughout your whole reading. You're stronger and wiser. And you can see that she's just a little child here. But down here, she's a wise woman. So it's now that you know better, do better, right? Life goes by in the blink of an eye. It's time to re-blink. And I feel like you're blinking now and you're like, wow, I see things from a perspective of, beauty in a way. Beauty, that Venusian energy. You're ruled by Venus, Taurus. So this Empress is you being able to, think about things more clearly than before, potentially. And this Three of Wands is saying there is a return on your investment. There's a return on your investment. Don't take your eye off the prize, but it requires you to step up off the ledge And we have the Nine of Cups here, which is the card of wish fulfillment. Some of you are dealing with someone who indulged in health. Okay, they may have overdrank, overate. I'm also getting here, someone may have wanted their cake and they wanted to eat it too. Okay, but I feel like there is some sort of divine union or divine contract that you are meeting and preparing for. Okay, that is part of the choices that have been made. Because we have 3 energy, we have 3s and 5s. 3s are, harmony, advancement, ascension. 5s are change. There's change. And I feel you are changing how you view things, how you see things, and you're coming at it from a wiser perspective and a spiritual perspective at that. I almost feel like some of you Taurians are receiving insight from your higher self. It's as if your future self could tell you a story. This story is that of, wish fulfillment. You're not giving up on a wish here. This is really quite amazing. What's the wish? This love, unconditional love, self-love, a sense of feeling wholeness, because for some of you, the peace was missing, or you never felt like you would get that peace back after some sort of loss. But here's the wish, and it's coming. It's coming. You're preparing for it. This is quite profound. Let's take a look and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Come to the edge. There's that 3 of Wands. I kept saying, come to the edge here, or step off that, branch. And you have card 36. Some of you may be 36 years old. Some of you may be in a 9 personal year. 9 personal years. If you're not sure what personal year you are in, add up your birthday, your month, and whatever current year we're in, which is 2024. It equals an 8. So for example, my birthday is 10/21. So you add up the 1, the 2, the 1, and then 8 for 2024. I am in a 3 year. So you can find your personal year. If you're in a 9 year, this message is extra powerful for you because this is endings, right? Bringing in the next phase, which is your next 1 through 9 year cycle starting in 2025. Some of you may even be in your 1 year as well. I'm also getting 3s here showing up and 5s. So, you can be in any year, of course, take it as it resonates, but this is courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. And the romantic relationship message is this, or any sort of, I said romantic, so some of you it is romance, but for others of you, it could be platonic. It's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you, especially the parts that you've kept hidden and protected. Now is the time to take that risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, and say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith, and you will be glad you did. If you're seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step toward the gods, and they will deliver what you truly desire. This is it. There's your dream. You know this to be true for you. Sometimes the ego resists, or, the mind talks us out of it and says, nah, you're going to be alone forever, Taurus, or don't get close to that person. They're just going to hurt you. But your soul is saying there's a divine union here, or there is this energy of love. Love heals. Love is the healer. Now the protection message is this. Just because we have the perseverance, the 5 of Pentacles crossing, I'm going to read the protection. And because we have the death energy here as well. Fear is leading you into places that you don't need to go. Most of what you fear at the moment is an illusion stemming from an old belief that isn't even true. Now is a time for courage. You will not be lost at sea. You will not watch everyone else get what you want while you are left alone, right? All the drama of it all. False evidence appearing real. I say that all the time. The acronym for fear, F-E-A-R. Write it down. False evidence appearing real. Keep it in a place where when you start to feel fear, I mean, don't get me wrong. Fear can help us, right? It can bring about our spidey senses when we're walking down an alley and we feel like something's off, right? It can alert us, but fear can also tell us something's there and it's not, right? So trust your intuition first and foremost, because this is hovering over you. The more you dwell on fear, the more real it will become. Ask yourself, who in me is afraid? Right? Who in you is afraid? Imagine walking down that, dark alley, and perhaps you start to convince yourself that there is someone following you, and you start to actually hear it, right? And maybe you start to see shadows move. Now, of course, there's a difference between true alertness, right? Sometimes you have that inner knowing and you just know, but there's other times where that fear can start to cause you to see things that aren't there, to hear things that are not there. They're illusions casting shadows. And for some of you, that is what you are waking up to, right? There's a sense of, again, coming to senses. And that was a message in Aries reading as well, as someone's coming to their senses here. And it says, ask yourself, who in me is afraid? Right? Is it that little girl or that little boy that we see in the Three of Wands? You see her coming out. Those big, beautiful brown eyes. Someone has big, beautiful brown eyes. And I feel like you are wiser and you're more mature now. But even though that little girl or little boy within you is still very much scared, it says, love that part of you. Ask, is this true and real right now? The answer is most likely no. Give yourself a hug. It's okay to be scared. Courage must be summoned in spite of your fear. Even when you're not feeling confident, Spirit will always catch you. Don't forget that. Spirit will always catch you. Okay? So powerful message around, coming to the edge or looking fear in the eye. Looking fear in the eye, not running from it. And for some of you, this runner could potentially be you. And maybe you have been in relationships where other people have ran, and maybe that golden mirror is being held up for you to say, well, what part of me is fearing intimacy, right? Maybe there's something that I am contributing as well, because part of being an adult is taking responsibility for our own stuff, right? And I feel like you have done that, or you are doing that, and your guides, your team is super proud of you. You have and are ascending. All right, let's get a message from the crystal spirits. At this time, I ask, Taurus, if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Inhale with a deep breath. Hold it as long as you can and release through the mouth with a nice big sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be a crystal that you're familiar with. Maybe you even know the name of. Perhaps you're not sure what crystal is showing up, but you see a specific color, shape, or size. Maybe your crystal is tumbled or polished. Perhaps it's in a pendant or in a ring. Maybe it's in the raw form. Maybe it's rutilated or has points. This could be a crystal that you work with, or maybe that you're wearing. Or perhaps you just feel the energy from the crystal of healing or love, clarity or guidance. There is no right or wrong answer, Taurus. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystals, whether you have 1 or 5, it doesn't matter. Drop them in the comment section below the video, and I personally will enter you into that giveaway where I draw one winner around the 1st of the month and post right back here on the channel. All right, we have a few crystals that came out. We're only going to read one though. All right, we have amethyst. We have clear quartz and spirit quartz. So there is a message around quartz. Okay, and quartz is the mother of all. It really is. Rose quartz, crystal quartz. We have fluorite. Some of you are seeing green, fluorite. This is a healer of the heart. Amethyst can help us connect to our divine self. For those of you that really want that wisdom from your higher self, you can work with amethyst. And then we have sunstone, very beautiful energy. Some of you are born on the 4th, the 24th, or the 18th. We also have 54 and 55 here as well. So we're actually going to go with clear. Oh, nope. Spirit saying the other quartz. We're going to go with spirit quartz today. That's why it's also card 54, which breaks down to a 9. And yeah. Okay. Because we have 9 with the 36 and we have 54. So we're going to look at this energy for you. And feel free, if you guys have this deck at home, or you can look it up online as well. Probably you can find the other meanings, but we're just going to read one for you today. And this is about connecting to community, okay? Putting yourself out there again, potentially. It's universal love, it's harmony, it's cooperation. And that's literally the first card out is cooperation. All right. I'm going to read to you the regular message as well as the love. It says, we heal in partnership, the strong lifting up the weak, taking turns supporting each other. When this crystal spirit appears, the message is to reach out and connect to your community and discover the true power of your gifts through sharing them with others. Your willingness to put the highest good ahead of the wants of your small self is called for now. There's that humility piece that we talked about. Reciprocity does not mean keeping a ledger, but instead feeling the power of offering kind words and acknowledgments. You have the power to change the lives of others and awaken them to the abundance and love available from the universe, who works with all of us. All right, so when it comes to relationships, love takes many different forms. And this spirit quartz reminds you that romantic love is just one possible way to experience love. In connecting to community, remember the abundance of love and its power to heal and change your vibration. You also signal to the universe that from your head to your toes, from your body to your soul, you are ready for a healthy romantic partnership. Be open to the different ways love appears, and you will find that you are not so attached to the old expectations of the clothes it should be wearing or the voice it uses when it comes to your door. Beautiful. So this is spirit quartz consists of a main crystal, which is amethyst, which we see, and quartz, white quartz, which we also see showing up. So it's actually, and even citrine, I believe. Yeah, or ametrine. So it's covered by many tiny crystals, creating a community of family that operates as one. This is an excellent stone to use in meditation when we wish to learn how to be of service or put other people first, or just to work well with others. Maybe even to open oneself up to love after loss, to help one turn pain into gain is what I'm hearing here. And to release with the 9 energy completions, release the pain or the hurt or the loss of the past, and to embrace new beginnings with open arms and wisdom, but yet protection. So not so open that you're naive, but there's a sense of, awareness and understanding this go around. And I feel like you're really coming to a beautiful new phase of your life, Taurus. So that is what I have for you. I hope it resonates. I hope it was helpful. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And don't be afraid to drop your crystals in the comment section below the video. Even if you don't know the name, you can, post the color or the what you seen, what you felt, whatever showed up in your mind's eye. Drop it below. Thank you so much for tuning in, Taurus. Lots of love.